Take-Two is officially suing creators of GTA 3 Vice City reverse engineering projects, and it really makes you wonder, why would a multi-billion-dollar company like Take-Two go to the trouble of suing some programmers that have been reverse engineering GTA 3 as well as GTA Vice City. But anyways, article from VGC, link below in the description section. Your thoughts, your views, your opinions regarding this lawsuit from Take-Two, welcome below in the comments section. Take-Two suing the creators of GTA 3 Vice City reverse engineering projects. The RE3 project has rebuilt the games to port them to modern systems like the Switch. Take-Two Interactive is suing groups of the programmers who have been reverse engineering the source code for Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. The suit, which filed in California, aimed at 14 programmers from around the world who have been working together to make a derivative source code for both games. The result is the RE3 project, which offers fully reversed source code for GTA 3, GTA Vice City, as well as ports for games for Switch, Wii U, and Vita. The project also includes some improvements to the original games, including bug fixes, rotatable camera, XI input, along with C control support for PC, widescreen support, and no loading screen in between islands. Many reverse engineering teams believe their work is technically made legal because they do not use leaked source code and instead recreate the original games from scratch using modern coding languages. Projects like RE3's contains no actual Rockstar created assets such as music, dialogue, imagery, so players need to own a copy of GTA 3 to build their own port using the reverse engineering code. Recently, a similar fan effort was able to fully reverse engineer Super Mario 64 and port it to PC and other platforms. Those efforts took more than 2 years. So far, Nintendo has not taken legal action against its creators. Despite this, Take-Two is now suing the programmers who worked on GTA project, claiming they were, quote, are well aware that they do not possess the rights to copy, adapt, or distribute derivative GTA source code or the audio-visual elements of the games, and doing so constitutes copyright infringement, end quote. According to the lawsuit, Take-Two tried to remove the RE3 project from GitHub, but the three of the programmers not only filed bad faith counter notifications that materially misrepresented the legality of their content, apparently claiming that because they allegedly reverse engineered the game's source code, they somehow cannot be liable for copyright infringement. The suit claims that the project is causing irreparable harm to Take-Two. By the way, it's a multi-billion-dollar company, and these games are, over a decade, nearly 2 decades old if you go by GTA 3, and that the programmers have appropriated a market that belongs to Take-Two, namely the market for modified or handheld versions of the games, enabled countless others to create their own unauthorized derivative versions of the games. By copying, adapting, distributing the source code and other content related to the games, defendants have deliberately and intentionally infringed Take-Two's protectable expression, the company argues. Take-Two has never authorized or given consent to defendants to use their copyrighted works in the manner complained or herein, and according to the defendants, have infringed Take-Two's exclusive rights under copyright. Reports last month matched what VGC has heard from its own sources, stated that Rockstar is preparing to release remasters of GTA 3 Vice City San Andreas on all modern systems, including the Switch. The RE3 project is the latest example of programmers trying to port copyrighted games to other systems by reverse engineering them and rebuilding their source code from scratch, so it isn't technically using any actual elements of the original work. After 2019, the recompilation project, which saw fans reverse engineer the source code for Super Mario 64, fully functional 4K widescreen port released in 2020, followed the 3DS and DSi ports. Now, I think a lot of this probably comes down to the fact that there are circulating rumors out there, nothing officially confirmed by Rockstar or Take-Two, that Rockstar is working on a remaster of the GTA 3D trilogy, which once again will possibly include GTA 3, Vice City, as well as San Andreas. And those will be available across all current platforms like PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, as well as, yes, you guessed it, the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, Take-Two and Rockstar want to be able to make a profit off of the GTA remaster remake trilogy. If this turns out to be true, perhaps Take-Two sees everything being done by the RE3 project as competition. It was Rockstar Dundee, which was formerly known as Ruffian Games, that was acquired by Take-Two in October 2020, renamed to make it part of the Rockstar family. So allegedly, it's Rockstar Dundee that has been working on the remaster remakes of GTA 3, Vice City, as well as San Andreas. Whether or not this turns out to be true remains to be seen. At the moment, we have no information about whether or not the GTA Trilogy remaster remake is true, or when we're going to get a new trailer for GTA 5 Enhanced Expanded Edition. The only thing we know about that is it's coming on November 11th, unless it gets delayed. So at the moment, very little information about either or, but I think that it's pretty telling that the GTA Trilogy remaster might be legit, because why would a multi-billion-dollar company like Take-Two spend time and resources on lawyers and file suit against these programmers that are part of RE3 if they didn't feel like that this was some sort of subversion or competition against some games that are about to go out on market, perhaps for the holiday fall 2021 season. Bear in mind that GTA 3 and Vice City are both of them almost 2 decades old, and there hasn't been any recent profit from either GTA 3 or GTA Vice City. The only logical conclusion is Take-Two is going after these map modders in RE3 as well as RE Vice City because of the fact that they are preparing to eventually, sooner or later, rumor is sometime this fall, maybe around the same time as the launch of GTA 5 Enhanced Expanded Edition, or maybe around the 20th anniversary of GTA 3, which is coming up in October. Maybe, just maybe, they're just go ahead and getting RE3 and RE Vice City out of the way, and who knows what the possibility might be when it comes to Take-Two's motivations other than money. Now, some would make the argument, no, they're just simply protecting their copyright, which they have a right to legally over the GTA franchise, which includes GTA 3 and Vice City. So there's an argument to be made both ways. But at the end of the day, I think what this really comes down to is money. And Take-Two wants to make as much cash and money for the GTA trilogy as possible, if that turns out to be true. Hopefully we'll find out more about that in the near future. But in my opinion, I feel like this is in terrible taste by Take-Two to go after RE3, RE Vice City. I say that at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to have any positive or negative effect on how many copies of GTA Trilogy Remaster Remake that will be sold. If it's a good remaster remake that Rockstar Dundee is allegedly working on, then obviously Grand Theft Auto fans will purchase the GTA Trilogy, whether it's on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, the Xbox Series, PC. I think it's going to be on PC as well as Switch. If it turns out to be a crappy remaster remake, then less copies of the GTA Trilogy will be sold. So I don't think that one really has anything to do with the other. It's just simply Take-Two bullying, once again, these modders out there that are creating their own content, their own updated versions of maps for Vice City, Liberty City, as well as San Andreas from the original GTA San Andreas game, GTA 3, Vice City. And I think, to be honest, I don't think it's really hurting the stock prices or the monies that Take-Two has been making over the years, including Rockstar. So I really don't see the point here. It's not like they're taking GTA 3s and Vice City and San Andreas and putting them out on the shelves and trying to make profit off of actual copies of the game. I really don't know the technical, legal ramifications here or which side is right, but at the same time, this has been done by Take-Two before. They've sent out, cease and desist orders to several other modders, and for various Rockstar games, like I think someone was trying to rebuild Red Dead Redemption on PC. I think they got taken down, and once again, there have been modders out there that tried to build a version of Liberty City to go along with Los Santos, Southern San Andreas on the PC mods for GTA 5, as well as Vice City. And they've been targeted as well by Take-Two over the years. So this surprisingly is nothing new. This bully tactic by Take-Two, what it really comes down to is control as well as money, and it could very well mean that there might be some legitimacy to the rumors out there circulating about the GTA Trilogy remaster coming, whether it's going to be sometime this fall or in 2022. But it's a bad PR move for Take-Two. It really doesn't do them any favors or help them by suing the creators of the reverse engineering projects for GTA 3 and Vice City. I don't think that they're really going to harm them financially or economically in any form or fashion. But this is typical of Take-Two. Whether or not the programmers of the RE3 project, RE Vice City projects are in the right legally or Take-Two remains to be seen. Unfortunately, the law could very well be on the side of Take-Two. Plus, Take-Two does have, deep pockets, $1 billion company, which probably allows them to hire very good lawyers and get the court on their side over these programmers that are part of the reverse engineering projects for GTA 3 and Vice City. I don't think that they deserve to be sued, to be honest, because they made these projects out of the love and passion, ironically, for GTA games, especially like the GTA 3D games from the early 2000s. So, bad PR move by Take-Two, in my honest opinion. Anyways, now I want to know your thoughts, your views, your opinions. Do you think that Take-Two is in the right? Do you think they're in the wrong? How do you feel about all this? Feel free and let me know below in the comments section.